Well, Katie's new boo just found out she is pregnant. Plus, Amy, #WidowBay, is moving way too fast. We're going to talk about all that plus more drama that happened on The Village and some of our special segments. It's all coming up. Make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Gotta do our normal shake out. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight on this after show of The Village. I am your host, El Marie, and I have with me my lovely co-host.
Hey, everybody. I'm Carmen.
Hey, everyone. This is AJ.
What's up, guys? I'm Benny Adams.
So, what did you guys think of this episode? Like, your overall thoughts for this week?
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little bit of relatable situations. I think we all can relate to as usual.
Yeah, I really liked it. You had your oh my gosh moments, and then you had your oh that's so sweet moments, and then you had your oh my god I can't believe she did that.
Oh yeah,
it was like all of it in one episode.
Yeah.
Whoever predicted that we were not gonna see Nick and Katie and Sarah all get on the same page. I was so mad you were right. I was so ready for that to happen.
It was just too right to have it happen so soon. Like they were
I was
gonna drag
shocked.
it a little bit.
I was a little shocked.
I want to know now. I want them to know.
Same. The way like Katie looked at him like at one moment of this episode, it was just like that's your daddy, girl.
Right.
But they definitely, the show redeemed itself with everything else that was going on.
True.
Like I kind of almost forgot about that with just everything else, especially towards the end.
Oh
true.
yeah.
Everyone actually had some drama
made up
this
for
episode. Yeah, so let's get into it. So I kind of want to start off with Patricia and Ron. So Patricia, we see her, making a dish, fixing something. At first, I was like, what is she making? It looked like pie and cheese. What's happening? But she was making a quiche. Unfortunately, one of her, I guess, partners in chemo, like when they go to chemo, you kind of all sit together in a room. So one of them passed away, and she was fixing something for them, for their family. But Ron comes in and is like thinking that she's cooking for him and everything, and he's super excited to tell her about like the new ideas he has for Smalls, their bar. So what did you guys think about that interaction with them? Like you have Patricia who's like kind of down a little bit because she's going through this, and the person she knows that's also going through it passed away, and then here comes Ron with all of his excitement for new things in his future.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bit of a reality check. Somebody that she's side by side with fighting cancer doesn't make it. I think that's like a shocker. Like we're dealing with something real here. But Ron just seems to be in the best of moods, and he has a new idea. I think it really shows that she is like the grounded one, and he's like the dreamer. Because she seems to have the more common sense, and he just seems to be passionate.
Yeah.
This reminded me of one of those situations where you just don't know what to do in the situation, because for Ron, it's like, that's his wife. He's trying to keep her in good spirits and just, keep her positive. So he's, when you're trying to help somebody, but you don't know exactly how to help them, but you just try to be positive, but it's kind of like, listen, I understand you're trying to be positive, but this is a real life situation for me. This is what I'm dealing with. So yeah, it's kind of, like you said, a reality check for both of them, because I want to be here for you, but also, like, people are dying from this. We got to be, just be ready for whatever comes.
Right, yeah. I think Ron just wants to keep it as normal as possible because he knows what's going on is just, it's so tragic and it's so sad. And one thing what I really liked about that scene is, Patricia, she's getting this bad news, and she's still the same old Patricia, like trying to help people out, giving back, making them food, making sure her loved ones are okay. So I thought that was really cool.
And then I think with her going over there to the home of the person that passed away, she hears like other people talking, and they're like, oh, well, the husband, he has a daughter, but I guess the daughter didn't live around there. And it kind of like brought her to this place of like, life is short and things happen. And so we find that she goes to a church and she goes to meet Ron's son. So it's not her son, I guess, a child Ron had before they got married. So they have an estranged relationship, like Ron and the son. They do not get along. she's in there trying to, you know what I mean, like talk to him and tell him the things that he has going on. Like, so like we said, he's trying to do new things at the bar. He's going to have a gospel night, and we see his son is a choir I was gonna say conductor, but yeah, director. So you see those similarities within the two of them, and she's really trying to point that out too and get him to come around and come see him. What did you guys think about that scene?
I'm so curious to see what the big beef is because Ron just seems like such a loving guy. I can't imagine him not having that love for his son. So I really want to know what happened there. If he was like an estranged kid, like maybe maybe he had him outside of his marriage, or maybe he, I don't know. I can't imagine his character not being there.
I'm thinking maybe it was something in his past where he was probably struggling with an addiction or something that he wasn't there. And, you know, we all grow and we learn and we get past it, but I think it's probably something that's probably stemming from childhood or when when his son was younger, perhaps. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's something got to do with addiction. Something that his father was not there for something.
Right, yeah, I completely agree with that because, you know, when people are younger, they do things sometimes, and then without thinking, as you get older, you realize, okay, I shouldn't have done this. I need to wisen up. But I also really liked how Patricia is still putting others before her. You know, she didn't have to go out there and do that and try to get them to connect.
Yeah,
It worked, though.
It did work. Yeah, it did work, because that's what I was gonna say. Like he, the son is older, obviously, because he has a daughter, but a daughter that's what she got. It seems like she's in college or high school, something she was talking about, like transferring
going to college,
going into
like
college.
18, like 17,
So like it's been a long time for them to be like going back and forth with that. But the daughter overhears them and shows up at the bar, which I thought was like. I thought that was a good moment.
I love that moment where he says, "I'm your granddad," and she kind of just like falls into his arms. It's like a sigh of relief for him because he gets the acceptance, maybe not from the father, but he gets to see that it doesn't spill over into the daughter. Like the granddaughter has love. Yeah. You know, so that's good. That was good for him.
Yeah, it's like a sign of relief for both of them because she's been wanting to know who he is, and so she finally meets him, and it looks like he's everything that she's expected. So you know,
I'm
it's
wondering
like
if he's
good
mad
reunion.
that like he didn't marry his mom.
Yeah, it's something.
You know, I don't know, but one thing I was thinking about is Patricia and why she wanted to now like get them to meet each other, and I'm thinking it's something to do with her illness, that she's scared, so she wants Ron to know his. Get to know or
Have
make
more
men
family.
like other families.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that's probably why, because like you said, it's been so long. Like, why now? So I think now she's starting to take a look back at life and was like, okay, well, just in case I don't make it, I do want Ron to have some type of other support here, or for him to make amends with his family.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I know she like that kind of hit a spot, and maybe she just was like, life is short, like I said earlier. But that's a good point that she's looking, like you say, like how she's always putting people ahead of herself. She's trying to still take care of him, even if she goes.
And did you notice that, or maybe I don't think she did, but she didn't even bring up the fact that she had cancer to them. She didn't, right. So that's just another example of
she's just trying
putting
to get
others
him
before herself. You know, she didn't even mention it.
Yeah.
Very selfless, strong woman.
Yeah. She's gonna make it. She has to.
She has to make it.
She's gonna make it.
Right?
The village will fall apart without her.
Heart.
She's the heart
right?
of the village.
Yes. But let's backtrack a little bit. Like, how cute was Ron when he was like trying to make the Twitter account?
Yes.
Like Ben was helping him make a Twitter for the
he
for
tweets
open
out
mic
free
night.
whiskey, but he got it popping, and it's true. You do have to spend a little to make a little.
Yeah,
so
that's
it felt
true.
good to see all of those people in there.
Yeah, because we're on episode 5, and we've never seen that many people
at
in
all.
Smalls.
So they showed up for that free whiskey, honey. That'll bring them out.
But then, like you said, Logic had to come through.
Yes.
And we're like, okay, we need a tip jar or
Put it out
something.
the tip jar.
Sis was like,
Right.
not the good
Right.
stuff.
Put little dollar bills in
Hold
there.
on now. Like, don't go
You
too
drank
crazy.
out, right.
But I thought that was
cute. At this point, people should be buying drinks at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Somebody
it should have been a time
round.
limit.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, definitely. You know, drinks, free whiskey from this point to that point.
Right.
But it was a good thing. It got the people out. You know, the granddaughter got up there and started singing. So maybe next week we'll have some open mic nights. You know, and some people actually participating. So I'm excited for his little Smalls bar. I think we're going to have some progress there. Let's go ahead and get into Gabe and Sophia. They're real quick. But mostly it's just like them working together to kind of help with Abba's case. And Sophia is in the midst of suing Gabe's father. But she didn't realize like that was his son. Yeah, his son. Ooh.
I mean, she's a little more shrewd. She's a little too shrewd for my taste. I get it. She's been the underdog. She feels like the underdog. She's carrying this bitterness from all of these cases, from these people who have been the underdog. But if she keeps that shrewd outlook on life, she's just gonna get more and more bad times. So I think her heart can use a little massaging too. But it's funny because I think that's Gabe's type. Like that old shrewd.
Yeah. Because at first I thought she was nice. I was like, I liked her. And then, this episode was like, okay.
She got a bag. She's bag lady. That bag lady Erykah Badu sings about.
Yeah.
That's Sophia.
Yeah.
She needs to drop off some of those bags and
but
lighten up.
In the same breath, though, like you said, like her heart needs massaging. I think there was a moment when they were like in the office working together. She kind of smirked at Gabe a little bit like, oh, okay, you kind of cute. But then she realizes like, who his father is, and that kind of, you know what I mean? So I think she had this glimpse of like, oh, happiness, but then it's like it kind of gets taken away in a snap. And I think that's almost like how her career is. Like, you're trying to help these people. You may see like a good thing in the case, and then boom, you know, here comes some big dog that's able to snatch it away from you or settle, and like these people just kind of get stuck. So I think it's just kind of like
she's just
life
really
made her that way.
pessimistic. She's really pessimistic. Like everything, she assumed the worst about everything. Am I wrong?
I
don't think you're wrong.
You like her?
I like her.
She alright. She's just a little too. She's just.
I think life made her that way.
I know that she needs to be massaged. I can tell.
I mean, for me, I need to see more of her to see what the beef is, like what exactly it is. Like, I know she's beefing with the father and all these cases, but it's something that hit a like it's something
super bitter.
She's
it's
more
it's a
something
little
deeper.
bit something deeper, like maybe something very specific that's, you know. But I mean, I don't have an issue with her. I just trying to get to the bottom of it, of what's the issue.
Yeah, like I said, like I like her. I think her character is depicted as a strong woman, which I love. And actually, now that I think about it, every single woman in this show, they're all strong women, which is really cool. But back to her and Gabe. Gabe loves the chase, and I'm kind of glad that this did happen because then it just would have been another rushed relationship, in my opinion. So now there's this hurdle that they have to go through, and I kind of like that it's taking its time.
Yeah.
It's like it's breathing a little bit instead of just, all right, we're together
like
now.
We're like, yeah.
Because it's like we can tell that they're gonna hook up.
Right.
We
Mhm.
know
We see
that
the
they're
chemistry.
like gonna be love interest.
Yeah.
The tension is there, but I want him to crack that shell.
Crack it.
I can't wait for her.
Like, what you mean?
I don't mean what you guys
Like-
think. I mean, I just mean I want to see what the vulnerability.
Yeah, to get her to be vulnerable.
The vulnerability behind all of this pain that she's carrying, because it's a lot, and it's straight up. It's like she is literally taking out her anger on this man who isn't responsible for her pain. You know, so I just want to see him get through the surface,
Crack that shell.
crack the shell, just the surface.
Not like
Not
Nick
the
and
eggs.
Sarah. Not
Just
Nick
crack
and
the
Sarah
shell.
crack the
I still, but like I
shell.
said, I think it might take a little bit of time though.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, 'cause
but
she's-
like you said, that's good. He likes that. He likes those stern women. You know. So I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, well, it's our second time seeing her, so I know they're going to develop her character a little bit more. So we'll see how all this unfolds. But before we jump into the next topic, we've got some news about our network.
Yeah, guys, so we just want to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. And in order for us to grow, we need your help. So if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're listening to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. Working at AfterBuzz means so much to us, and we want to continue to give you guys amazing content. And just keep watching us and enjoying us.
Yep.
Yes, we love you guys.
Yep. All right, so like we said, so
Yup. That's how much we love you. We love you.
But,
2 yups.
Yup. You know, the second one like emphasizes the first.
Right.
It's a lot of love there. It's a lot of love. See. But yeah, so like we said, Gabe and Sophia are kind of working on Ava's case. So let's get to Ava and Ben.
Ooh.
Do not trust Ava. I just really don't. So what Gabe like met up with them at the park, her and her family, the ex-husband's there, the mother-in-law's there, and I guess, he wanted to apologize and kind of, apologize to the ex. I don't remember his name, but apologize to the ex for,
The
socking
baby
him.
daddy.
And, put his hand out to shake his hand, and the guy was like, no, I'm straight. Like, what was
Because you
that
gotta
about?
think, because it's like, who's this dude trying to move in on my kid who gets to see my kid and I don't get to see my kid?
True,
like,
but
he
you
wants to
also
raise
did
his
come
son.
over there drunk. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
And if you're
but-
sober in this moment, I think you have to take responsibility for what the part you played in it too. You went over there drunk.
Right.
Still, though, you talking about a child. You talking about a child that he is not getting to raise. It's tension there. It's like, I don't want to shake your hand. You're the other guy. We still don't know why they broke up. We still don't really trust Ava. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but I'm so happy that Ben was the bigger man and kind of showed his vulnerable side and said, hey, I've lost a son. I can relate. I don't want to replace you. That was important for that man to hear. Like, don't want to replace you as his dad. I'm just here to help. And apparently that softened the blow a little bit because that brought him on even grounds. They shook hands and he kind of like accepted his help.
I mean, I can see that. But in it, like, off that first one, it was like, if he had been over there sober, maybe I could understand it more. But I'm just always like, recognize your part in a situation too.
Yeah.
So
It depends on how much
was.
of an alcoholic he is too, because sometimes they don't realize.
No,
that's true.
It's a normal
Yeah.
part of his
That's
day.
true.
Might be just a drink, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, apologize for what?
Like to him, he wasn't drunk.
Yeah, and in
Who
the
knows?
chat, they agree. They said they calling her Shady Boots Ava.
Yeah.
Shady
Like-
Boots.
I get it when she found out he was married. She was a little let down, but I just feel like it was something deeper than that.
It was
like I feel
something
like
in
she
her
is
eyes,
plotting.
like-
Like, you, we saw
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's
plotting.
trying to use
I don't
him.
see it. I don't think she's hiding anything.
In her eyes, it was like,
I
it
do
wasn't
not see
even
it.
disappointment. It was like, okay, what's the next step? What's the next option? You know what I mean? Like, she wandered
Yeah.
off. Like, her eyes wandered
Yeah.
off so as to think. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so.
Yeah, like, I'm sure she's a great person. She's a wonderful. It's a lot of nice people out here, but that doesn't mean she's still not trying to look out for
Yeah.
herself. She
Shady.
still
We'll
has
just have
her
to
and her
see.
Like,
son's
oh, I
best
would
interest.
never. Yes, you would.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
Right?
You would. You about to
Yeah.
get your grandparents, the grandparents to sign
Right,
off
sign
their
off.
rights. You absolutely would let him
Yeah.
marry you to keep you in this country,
Yeah.
girl.
And I agree with Miana in the chat. She said she doesn't want being hurt because I think eventually Ava, she gonna hurt
Yeah.
that boy because he
She
gonna.
doesn't
He still
really-
don't know the truth.
He
She
doesn't.
Still lies.
Yeah.
She's still lying to
And
him.
he's
She's not
such
really
a-
that into him.
Right, and he's such a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. Like you said, when he went up to her ex-husband just to apologize and end the beef, shake the hand. A lot of guys wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
So that tells you like how much of a stand-up guy Ben is.
Yeah, and then the husband or the baby daddy, are they married? Yeah, no, they're.
I think
Well,
it's
the
ex-husband.
baby
Ex-husband,
daddy-
Yeah.
He knows something.
Oh, yeah.
They have something, so he's
Yes,
like,
yes.
no,
Going
like,
on.
I really feel like he probably really don't like Ben, but it's also like, no, you really
He
don't
might
even know
have
that
told-
half.
yeah,
of
like,
it.
you don't even know
what's
going
Go ahead
on.
and stay in your place. Like,
She
you
might
don't
have
even
told
know.
him something tricky to get them to get married and move
Yeah.
over there. Like, she might have just left him in the
Yeah.
wind when she got to America.
Ben needs to stay clear.
She might be the reason he's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
Maybe.
See, the parent, because the grandparents seem like they got good sense. Like they seem like, no, girl, you.
Yeah.
So we gotta keep
Yeah, they're
watching.
not the best, fans of her. I don't know. It is going to be interesting.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
And like,
And
so
who's gonna keep the child all those years when she gets deported? Is she
I get-
banking
oh,
on
the-
Ben taking care of
no,
her?
the grandparents,
It's
I
the
guess.
grandparents.
Yo,
But
let's
she
Well,
was
since they
trying to
did-
get the grandparents to give up their rights,
So that if they gave up their
Their
rights, she would
She
have
had
to
to
stay.
stay. Okay,
Yeah.
But
okay.
if they have the rights, then they can take care of him.
Yeah.
And then like Sophia said something interesting, like with the case, how she was like, Ava was the last person to get arrested from that group. There was like a whole group of people that had forged papers, like all in that same situation, and she was the last one. I'm just like, why was she the last one?
Yeah, that's true.
To me, it could be nothing, but it's a little strange to me.
Hop in the live chat. Let us know, guys. We got reading the comments in the live chat, so let us know.
Well, let's get to Miss Speedy Gonzalez, Amy.
Amy is ready.
Speedy Gonzalez.
I mean, this girl is moving at the speed of lightning.
That's a good
Calm
one.
down. Like, skirt. 2 months, and she wants Nick to move in with her already?
Girl. No.
Like,
how long has it been since her husband's passed away?
That I'm not sure.
She lonely.
She's lonely. She's lonely. You know,
He there.
But,
She's
I mean,
lonely.
That's past lonely. That's desperate because you have somebody kind of, you guys spend the night. I don't know.
it's just fast.
It's fast.
And you have to remember, like, what she had. She had a husband who was there for her, and so now he's gone.
Kinda, he was at war. They don't ever
And
do that.
Nick probably
Don't
just
hate me,
reminds her of her husband. So
Right.
even though it's not her husband, like y'all both were, serving. Y'all were friends.
Yeah, it's just one of those, like,
here.
she's just filling a void.
She's lonely.
And you can crash and burn with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like
they
it.
like rebounds for each other. I think they just need to enjoy the sex.
But I actually think Nick is, no, for real. But I think Nick is just trying to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I think he was just trying to
clearly
be there.
Going for the flow,
He's
though.
doing
He's going with
everything.
it.
But I think he's
like,
just a good
okay,
guy.
yeah.
He was trying to say no, but then she said yes. 'Cause all these things he was
He
like,
wasn't trying to
yes
say
to
no to
such and
He's
such.
he's
yes
not
to this,
feeling it
but
on that
He's
deep
not
he
level.
wasn't.
ready.
He wasn't ready for it.
He's not moving home to start a relationship with this woman. He's moving home to start a relationship with his daughter. So before he even commits to or gets an opportunity to even let his daughter know who he has this other woman that's going to be in between whatever possibility is going to happen. I think she knows that. I think she knows it's a possibility that he could get back with Katie.
Yeah,
Wait,
something
Katie
because
or Sarah?
with
I
Sarah.
always get them confused.
Because-
Sarah,
yeah.
I think she knows that. I think she wants to hurry up and solidify herself in this situation before it gets too deep.
Yeah, because even when he was saying like he was going to talk to Katie that night, because first she's like, "Oh, come over tonight." He's like, "Well, I got to talk to Katie." "Well, come on over after." You don't know where that would have gone or how he would have,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Have the
Felt after
night.
that, like, let him have a moment.
Girl.
Like, oh, okay, you're going to deal with that. That's huge.
Right.
Yeah, have the
the
moment.
night,
But
yes.
like, oh, come over. But
Call
like
me
you
if you
said,
need to
I
talk.
feel like that's her feeling a little bit threatened.
Yeah.
Like still trying to control the situation, make sure her place is known. Come see me after. Like, I'm where home is. Like, girl.
Yeah, and I think Nick kind of feels a little bad. I think that's why he's still staying in it. He feels a little guilty because he feels that it was his fault why her husband has passed away. So I think there's
He already started it. It's like you
Right.
can't go back.
Yeah.
and so now if he breaks up with her, he's breaking her
Yeah.
heart again.
That's what I'm
and
saying,
her
like,
heart's already broken from her husband.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wanted to move. He didn't want to move in with her.
What if she spills the beans on some angry stuff?
That I could
she's
see that.
ready.
I could see
Because
that.
remember we said Katie's gonna find out in a way she's not supposed to. She might get mad and blow up and
Right.
tell.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope
Dun, dun,
not.
dun.
He just should have never even started it. He should have never even did it.
But so we have Nick and Amy, their situation, but we also have Nick and Pops hanging out. I like that they're getting
love
close,
it.
like
I love the
becoming
veterans.
friends and stuff. I like that,
Pops
right?
is so respectful. I love Pops. He shows up in his uniform to go to the post-traumatic
Yeah, the
PTSD.
PTSD.
PTSD meetings. I love Pops.
Yeah.
Pops is just the man.
I love how they were talking about the woman that he met
Yes.
at the diner or whatever, and he was like, he's just in
Glenda-
love
what's her
already.
name? Gwendolina.
That's
Gwendolina.
real
He said
old
we met,
school.
we fell in
That's
love.
an amazing name.
Did y'all fell in love, Pops? Is that what happened?
First of all, I am a hypocrite because
so
I'm like,
cute.
Amy's moving so fast, and I'm over here like, Pops is in love. It's beautiful.
It's all good with
Pops has
Pops.
to move fast.
Let Pops have his woman.
We don't know how long Pops has
Right.
left. We need to move
We make
fast.
the exception.
Yes.
guys.
Right, but
Pops is in a
Gwendolina.
different phase of season of
true,
life.
true.
Yes.
The fruit is ripe.
Yes.
I like them hanging out. I like that moment.
We
But
fell in
speaking of
love
Nick
it.
and his in the meeting, so he's finally opening up about everything he's kind of been going through, his dreams and the PTSD he's suffering from. And since he's been going to the meetings, he tells Sarah like he hasn't been having as many nightmares or like just those episodes. But he shares in the meeting something that happened during that time, and then he mentions the name Rashad, and one of his another survivor from like the same situation was there, and he's like, there wasn't anybody named Rashad that was with us.
I know, that's so interesting.
So now it's very weird. So I'm like, I'm just like, was that a spirit keeping him safe? Because I think it was just the two of them that survived. The guy that was in the meeting with him, and it was more so like maybe it kept him there wherever he was, to save him. Like,
and maybe that Rashad was saying, just take me to my daughter. Maybe that was his own subconscious, like take me to my daughter.
Yeah.
But who is Rashad?
I know we gotta find out who Rashad is. But I thought that too. Like I really feel like I said, I felt like it was a spirit, and I felt like it was something keeping him safe. And that was in his brain. Like, I need to get to my daughter.
Right.
Like, I've got to find my daughter. So I got to stay alive. I can't die without knowing her and her knowing me.
What if we find out Rashad's like somebody he lost in childhood, and it really was like a guardian angel?
Yeah, I think because he even talked about like with PTSD, sometimes they can confuse like
Two stories
with each other. So maybe he probably does know somebody named Rashad that could be from another part of his life. And I do agree with you when you're talking about when he said about his daughter. I think it was probably him kind of looking at himself and just something to keep him alive, like him talking to himself. But it's definitely something got to do with the PTSD creeping in to jog his memory.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that storyline. I enjoy seeing Nick open up more. Like he opened up more in the last episode, and he's opening up even more. And I think that's really cool because that's the process of healing, is to open up and
Sarah
to
got him
share your
wide
stories.
open.
Sarah got him wide open.
She did.
He got Sarah
She
wide
did.
open.
We should have like a name for them, like couples have
we
names.
do have to have a name for them because I love that moment. We were all like,
Sakara?
kiss, kiss.
Snick.
Snick.
I like Snick.
Let's do
Oh my
it.
God.
I like Snick.
Sarah Nick?
Sarah
No.
and Nick.
Sarah Nick. Snick. I like Snick.
I just like Snick because it rhymes with. Anyway, so they had a moment. They were making out and everything.
Yes,
And
moment.
That was an
Nick
intense
kind of
moment.
right. Nick kind of paused. I was like, "Oh no, don't stop!" But I think he had to get himself together because he has his burns on the
she
side of
was
his
about to
body.
see
Yeah,
that.
she hadn't seen that before, so he had to kind of prepare himself. And I think he didn't really mind with Amy. I think maybe because like
She didn't know him before.
Or probably
She didn't know him before the war. Like, she didn't know him like...
before the war. Well, you right? Okay, so yeah. I thought you meant like she just met him, but yeah, like she didn't know him.
He was talking
before
about
that.
the boy.
Right.
17 years ago, I met the loveliest. You were the loveliest, and he's like, that guy's
Right.
That guy's
so that's
gone.
what. Yeah, I was saying like he was more comfortable with Amy because she kind of knows the life and
Right,
knows everything,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And she didn't see him in a different light.
Right.
So yeah, with Sarah, he's a little more,
Yeah, he loves
reserved
her
and
more
everything,
anyway, too.
but
That's
he
the mother of his
definitely loves her
child.
more. And had a moment of like, he wanted more, but it's at the back in the day, it seemed like she didn't. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that she didn't. She just was scared and didn't know how to tell him about like the baby and everything. So they have a lot of unfinished business. I'm glad they are getting to it. And they'll figure it out.
I was like,
Literally.
kiss,
Right?
kiss.
It was so much fun.
Yes.
But somebody else was making out.
Ooh,
Child,
honey.
that one didn't go too well.
girl, Katie and Liam.
Hoo-wee.
Ooh, Chile. I mean,
So
how long was
yeah.
she going to keep that belly a secret?
True.
He's really into her, though.
He is.
But
I
she
like
was telling
it.
a lot of lies back to back, and I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't going to look good for you, sis.
It's not. And he even said that. He was like, ooh,
Yeah.
3 lies in 3 minutes.
Right.
Like, that's...
But so obviously they've been dating for what? It's been like two
like
months since the last
no.
episode.
I think like a week or 2 since the
Oh,
last
has
episode.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because my thing is, wouldn't he have noticed? Like she's showing pretty well
She's
now.
showing, but like, so they
She's
tried to
showing,
make it a
showing.
point. Like, she would always try to cover it
You
up.
can
Okay.
cover up a whole belly. Trust
Really?
me.
Yeah.
I used to work in
Okay.
high school. Trust
But
me.
the hug-
it can be covered up.
The whole hug thing is like, come on.
What?
well, if she like hugs him like
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
and I think like it's only been a week, and I don't think they've seen each other like that much, and haven't been. I think that might have been their first time getting that intimate. You know what I mean? So
I think that's probably their first kiss as well.
The art is gonna save them.
The who?
The art.
Oh,
the art is gonna keep them together.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think more so. If anything, they'll keep their business relationship. But as far as like their personal relationship, it probably won't go. But as far as business, I think they'll still do art together.
Because he's also gonna find out that she's in high school.
Oh man,
and out of college in a
got
minute.
a lot going on.
Yeah, so like you said, I don't know. They might get back to like the romantic part, but I think they'll still
the business because you know money comes first. And I think they both are business minded.
That money.
And the thing is, I don't even think he's mad that she's pregnant or scared that she's pregnant. I think he's mad because she lied to him.
Yeah.
And they easily had a good connection. And I think he would have been able to handle it if she would have told him,
the truth,
you know, I'm pregnant.
Maybe that's some sort of tie into like her finding out about her dad too, because maybe I'll save it for predictions.
Okay. But also at the beginning, towards the beginning of this episode, I was a little bit confused because last week we saw that Katie didn't like any of the adoptive parents that she was interviewing. So it seemed like she wanted to keep her child. Then in this episode, it was like she wants to hide the belly. She doesn't want anyone to know. She doesn't want to talk to the baby. So it's like, where is your mind, Katie girl?
She's
like,
ashamed.
I just was kind of like confused by what she's going through right now.
She's just ashamed right now. I think, you know, thinking about at that time, I'm thinking that she has a lot of different emotions. It's like she wants to be grown and keep it, but then again, she also wants to still be a child too because nobody else is pregnant.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, well, I want to do this, but I want to do this also. And so, you know, with the belly, it's reminding her like, okay, you're a child, but you're also in another level. You know, you're not a regular child. So, yeah, I think she's just trying to battle where she is in life right now.
She's like that Britney Spears song. Like, not a girl, not yet a woman.
That's very true. I think with her not giving the kid up or choosing parents, that's a subconscious level of her not wanting to give the kid up. I don't even know if she knows that she doesn't want to give the kid up yet because she doesn't want to bond, and we get to see Katie Sarah. I always get them confused. We get to see Sarah help Katie bond and tell her to touch the belly and talk like it's happening now. There's no reason for you to stay disconnected.
I think what was so beautiful was, and you know, Sarah told her to talk to the baby and everything like that, and she didn't want to, but then there was a moment where she was singing this song to one of the patients, and the patient was like, your mom would sing this song, and Katie's like, oh, she was singing to me as well. And so she started singing that song, and that's when the baby started kicking. That's when the baby started to interact with her, and I thought that was special, because to me it was like, well, if your mom sang that, the baby knew the song, is what I was trying to get at. Like, I think like that was like really special, and it shows that deep connection, like they really are listening. Because she, you know what I mean? Like, she would always hear that song. She knew the song as Katie, you know what I mean? And so the baby just felt that familiarity with the song and just knew it. And knew, like, this is my mommy. Like, right, you know what I mean? I don't know. That was me in that moment. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, and I think that she was scared before, you know, she was still in that, I am pregnant, but this doesn't feel real just yet, and I think that's why she accepted
it. That I'm gonna be a mother.
Exactly, and so I think that's why she didn't want to talk to the baby. But once that did happen, reality sunk in, and I think it was just a different point of view for her. It wasn't what she expected, and it was something beautiful. Pretty much.
Yeah, it really was. I love that moment. I definitely teared up a little bit. I was like, speaking of good moments, let's go ahead and move into our special segment, our village moment. So we just have our favorite either quote or moment of this episode. Anybody want to go first? I can go first.
Definitely the way it ended with Nick and Sarah finally connecting again. I just knew it was about to happen, and I'm so happy it did. So that was a favorite. And then another favorite I had, village moment, was when they were in the library and Nick says, show her the smile, and then Pop's like shows her like this perfect little smile. He's so charming. Those are my two favorite village moments this week.
My favorite, I would have to say, was Sarah and Katie when they had their intimate moment in the nursing home when the baby was kicking. Just because I felt like it was a realization for both of them. Well, okay, my daughter's about to have a daughter, and I'm about to be a mother. So, and then they both, had that intimate moment because before they had issues connecting. Well, Katie had issues connecting with the baby. So I think it made it real for her. Like, okay, this is really a human being growing inside of me right now.
And she stops hiding it after that too.
Yeah, and she accepted it.
I have two. The first one was when Katie and her bae are talking to each other. I wish I had an accent so I could say it like how he said it. But he pretty much says like, I believe you can do whatever you want. And like when he said that, like her eyes just like lit up because it's true. She can do whatever she wants. Anyone can do whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. So I thought that was super cool.
So true.
Yeah.
And then another one was during towards the end when Sarah and Sarah and Nick are hooking up, and the song comes on, and part of the lyrics were you have a choice.
Yes.
And it kept on repeating, you have a choice, you have a choice.
Yes.
Clearly they made a choice.
They made a choice. Yes, that was perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good
point.
moment.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, mine was when Nick was in the meeting talking about the whole situation, and he mentioned Rashad and saying, like Rashad was telling him, I have to find my daughter. I have to tell her I love her. Like I said, I just felt like that was like a spirit, like keeping him alive. And like you said, that was his subconscious. Like, I have to get to my daughter. She has to know about me, and she has to know that I love her. So I like that moment because I just felt like he kept himself alive in that moment. So those are mine. We also have some tweets tonight, some of the episodes, so we can go ahead and get into those as well.
Well, hi guys. So our first tweet, it says, Katie's worst fear just came true, guys. And I'm pretty sure that was so embarrassing for her.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how
Look at her face.
did she
Poor
feel
thing.
with that? You went from having
was
such a
terrified.
romantic moment
That's
to, oh my gosh, he knows I'm pregnant.
that's probably why she's like, oh well, it's out the bag now. I might as well just show.
Yeah.
Yes, and then our second tweet, it says, whenever the right time comes, Nick's going to be a great father for Kate.
Yes.
Yes,
I
he
love that moment.
is.
See, look how they're looking
They
at
have
each other.
so many.
It's like their bond is so real.
Yes, they have so many sentimental moments, and she doesn't even know.
Right.
I'm just curious. Is she wondering why they have a key to his apartment?
Maybe she probably thinks this is her mom's old friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, she probably got so much going on. She's probably not even thinking about it that
Probably
much.
not, yeah.
Next tweet. Respect and gratitude for all the women and men who served in our armed forces.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Next one. I don't care if he's dead. You don't bang a friend's wife or girlfriend. Talking about
you.
Amy. Okay, so yeah.
I agree with that.
I
Yeah.
agree. It's just too much.
We're here.
I'm over here like,
Like Amy's trying
you
to
know
take
how
it.
much time
Amy's trying to
has
take it
passed?
too far.
I don't know, but I just feel like, I don't know, depending how much time has, like right now they're out of order because it's like 2 seconds later and everything like that. But I don't know.
And just how it started, it was just like, it wasn't, a transition of, oh, I kind of like you, I kind of
I
like you.
fell
It
for
was
you.
just,
Yeah.
oh, we're hooking up and having sex right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we
Like,
go
leave
together.
it at that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think she should leave it at that.
Yeah. Next tweet. Nick and Sarah really did that for us.
They did.
Yes.
They did. I was like, yes.
I was not here for
Like,
that.
what?
I'm probably the only one.
Really?
I was not sorry.
What?
No.
Wow.
He
I
just
was-
messed with Amy. Like,
I mean, I thought about that, but I was like,
This
it's
is
fine.
so
back
much
and forth.
deeper.
But they
This is
love
so
each
much
other.
deeper.
Like,
Right.
the passion is
This
there.
is like they need some redemption.
I was like,
for
make
how it
another
ended
baby.
off.
Let's
Yes.
go.
So much confusion going on right now for them to either
Plot twist.
to be getting confused with having sex. The sex is going to confuse
Sex
it
does
even more.
confuse things.
Yeah.
They're a family.
With his girlfriend.
She is temporary.
Oh,
so
God,
sad.
I have to keep watching.
She's a rebound.
Look at this.
Nick and Sarah again. Okay, y'all, that's
They
another
just
tweet.
look so good together.
Right?
So we're gonna keep pondering. I'm gonna keep pondering on that relationship because I gotta see. I gotta see what happens
It's
with him and
always
Amy.
one. It's always
Always
a
one. It's me. Next tweet. The Village is so relatable in more ways than one. I can't describe how much I look forward to new episodes every week.
Yeah.
So yes, we agree.
Same.
We love
Yeah.
it. We love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes. All right. So before we get out of here, guys, let's get into some predictions about next week.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
Let's see.
This girlfriend is gonna be super salty when she finds that earring,
Oh yeah.
and I think she's gonna throw a little shade about Katie.
I'm predicting how the situation. I think Ron's son is gonna obviously find out that his daughter went to go visit. So I'm trying to see what's gonna happen with that. And then Liam and Katie.
Yeah.
I wonder how she's gonna deal with telling him that she's pregnant.
Yeah, Ron's granddaughter is definitely going to stay in the picture some more, which is gonna mean more drama with that. I still think Katie, like you guys said, is going to find out in a way that is very unexpected. And like I said before, I am hoping it's not the season finale.
I hope it's
Right,
not.
don't drag it
Like
out.
I hope it's not like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That would
you
be
know?
awful.
Yeah.
Like
those
you
are
guys
my
have us too
predictions.
invested already.
Exactly.
I just feel like all of these lies that she's telling is somehow gonna get back to her mother. Like the lies that she's telling Liam are gonna get back to her mother, and then somehow that's gonna be connected to her mother telling a lie about her dad. So it's like, you can't talk about me lying when
Oh.
you lied to me all my
Could
life.
be, yeah. Because now that you bring it up, I do think Amy might be the one to kind of
Yeah, she's
spill
a little
those
salty.
beans, because she comes to the bar like with a little clip for next week's episode, like, found this earring, is it yours? Like, she's on it already. So I
Right.
definitely think that's gonna happen. And I think Liam and Katie, kind of like we said earlier, like the business part of their relationship is still going to go forward, but it is going to be strained a little bit on the romantic side. But I think as they're going to keep working together, and if I think Katie feels comfortable enough kind of with him, I think she will like apologize and just let everything out. And I think they're going to work their way back to like being cool. Even in like just the next episode, I think they're going to have like a little blowout fight,
Right.
and then they'll be back to cool.
I think Gabe and Sophia, I think what's going to change Sophia's heart is when Gabe has to go against his dad. And either he gets his dad to help Sophia, or he takes Sophia's side against his dad.
Yeah.
Like to show that like he's not down with that mess that
Like
his
he's not the
father
same as
does.
his
Yeah,
dad,
he's not
yeah.
the same as his dad. So I think something about that father interaction, either way, whether he gets his dad on his side or he chooses her against his own dad, something about that is going to bond them. That's what I think.
Interesting. Anybody in the chat with anything good?
Mion, she said good predictions. And she said that Nick and Sarah, that was passion.
Right.
It's passion. I agree.
We've been
know.
waiting for
I agree.
that so many years, 17 long
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
On a chair.
on a
On
chair.
She said that Jagger Paul is going to make a comeback. So seeing how Jagger / Paul, Katie, and Liam, if he stay in the picture, what kind of triangle that's going to be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah.
I
'Cause he
forgot
is the
about
dad.
Jagger. Yeah. Ooh,
Baby daddy.
Interesting.
Baby daddy coming back. Wait, is he the baby daddy?
Yeah,
Did we find out
yeah,
for a fact?
yeah.
For a fact?
Yeah, because she said that was the only
Okay.
person she had been with.
Oh, but she been lying.
She has been lying.
They said
That's
lying.
it.
Wouldn't that be crazy if there's another
She's
guy?
been fibbing.
Maury!
Oh, my goodness.
Maury, look,
Get him on the line
Katie
immediately.
still was lying this episode. She didn't tell her mom that was the man's grandson.
Right.
So she didn't. So Katie been
Oh,
lying. We
no,
don't know.
Katie.
We can't trust her.
There's a lot going on with Kate.
She a teenager.
no.
Every time they talk, they telling lies. Every
Oh,
time they
no.
open their
I don't
mouth.
know how to feel about that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
my goodness.
Well, I
All
think her
right.
lies are gonna catch up to her, but then she's gonna have some kickback for her dad and Kate and Sarah.
Ooh,
Her
child,
dad and her
I don't know.
mom.
This is a lot now.
All these secrets and lies
Well,
and stuff.
I guess we have to wait till next week to see how everything unfolds and see if our
Yes.
predictions
Yeah.
come true.
Cannot wait.
Yes, so I guess this is us signing off. So I am your girl, El Marie. You guys can catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at El Marie TV.
And I'm Carmen, and you can find me on Instagram at king_karma_. That's Instagram and Twitter. And you can catch us tomorrow hosting Black Ink Cruise Chicago, New York, actually.
But Chicago will be back in May. Sorry.
Hey everyone, I'm AJ. You can follow me on Instagram at Crimson Pearl and check out my YouTube channel, AJ Talks.
Hey guys, I am Benny Adams, and you can follow me on all social media at Benny J Adams.
See you guys next week.
See you guys later.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principal.